the Tannus Airless tires review, we're gonna start with the absolute bomber, which was the jar and the Polish super safe asphalt. Yes, it was a bummer, and probably some of you will say, Dan, if you're not able to break the jar against the tarmac, how can you actually test the durability of the tires? That was funny, that was cool. Anyway, with these tires, which are airless tires, so full of compound in its profile, we are actually going back to the very beginning of the automobile tires, before Dunlop came up with the air tires, which were lighter, better, easier to use, and just working better on the road. Now more cyclists can go back to the airless tires, which work very, very well. Who's the customer for this kind of tire? And this is the most important question in this review, in my opinion, because no, I would not use Tannus tires for road racing, for ultra marathons, namely for any cycling event in which performance and saving as much energy as possible would be important for me. But definitely this is the choice for me for my training racing bike or training wheel set, that's for sure. Or if I had a house which didn't have tarmac road, maybe in the future we're gonna build a house in the place where we need to ride about 800 meters through the very bad road with no tarmac, some gravel, some rocky thing. Tannus tires is the choice. I would not want to damage my expensive, quick and super light tires of the racing wheel set. So that's the choice for me, for sure. Now I'm gonna tell you why. And so the guys from Tannus, they don't create the problem which Dunlop has solved already. They give us the tire and say, guys, if you have problems with puncturing, this is the tire for you. This is the most important factor for you, is durability. There you go, this is the tire. It's ready, it's not the beta version, you can have it. And now let me show you how durable this tire is and how have I been testing it. Here is what I've been using for the testing. These are some really good nails. These ones with the larger head here could just stand like this on the tarmac. It's difficult for these to go through the tire because the compound is pretty hard. Let me show you. I'm gonna try to just push it through right here. As you can see, it's not easy. Okay. Once more, it is not easy to do it. Okay, I've done it. I've done it, but as you can see, it's really hard to push it through. So the compound is hard because word durable might mean that you can go for thousands of kilometers, which I don't know about, but it is hard. Okay, it is really hard to I wanted to say get a puncture, to destroy the tire. It is very hard to destroy it. For these, it was much easier because these are very thin, so some thorns might go through, but this is not a problem. The only problem in this case would be that you just have to stop and remove it because you could damage your fork or the frame, right? When the wheel spins, and that's it. You can see here a different situation when I'm going through the through the nails, through the jar, through some obstacles, and it is no problem for these tires. These are the colors you can get. I think I was I was trying to get this one, the bright one, but it was only available back then in 23 millimeters. I wanted to have 25 millimeters, and so I have the black one. But you have so many different colors, and you've got also huge amount of different sizes. Not only for road bikes, also for, it says here, hybrid bikes, so different sizes. 700C, 26, 24, 20, 18, 16. Then also for the wheelchair, they've got it covered. So this was the reason the Tannus guys made the tire, and it works perfectly in this field. So that's the X factor of Tannus tires. They do the job perfectly. And so we've got this thing covered. This is a durable tire. I don't know how the compound will behave with over 1,000 kilometers of riding, because I've been using just two pairs. One was 23 millimeters. I did a couple of hundreds of kilometers, and this one I didn't even make 200 of kilometers. I can tell you that a couple of hundreds of kilometers don't really make any impact on how the tire look. You can even see this central stripe on it, but maybe it wears down quicker as you wear down the outside surface of the compound. I don't know about it. What I know, the videos you can see on YouTube, on the internet, showing how fast it wears down is for the older compound. This is the newer compound. That's what I know for sure, 100%. Okay, practicality. As for the practicality, just one thing which will be more complicated for you than with the standard tire is the assembly. First 3 wheels took me some time to assemble, but then the fourth one was about 20 minutes. I just put the tire onto rim. I knew that the pins should be exactly centrally located, so push it through all the way, then pick, about 20 minutes, and the last tire was on. But that's just the initial work you have to do. No, you don't just replace the tires like every other day. If you want to have the Airless or the standard, you don't do it. You need the wheel set for the Tannus tires. Otherwise, you don't check the pressure, you don't pump, you don't take the pump and any, puncture kit with you. It just works. The pins, the system is good, the tire doesn't come out, but the tubular would be awesome thing. The tubular, guys, make the tubular version. The wheel will be lighter, the rim of the tubular wheel is just better. I think that Tannus the tubular is the way to go, but that's maybe for the future, MTB as well. Now, two other things which are important for us as a cyclist, even gravel cyclist, would be the traction and the rolling resistance. The traction. I told you on the first episode when I was assembling the wheel that when you just touch the new tire, it feels like, ooh, it's kind of sleepy, like kind of not the plastic feeling, but not that much of a rubber feeling. But once you make even 5 kilometers, the tarmac will make lots of different cuts, like micro cuts on the surface, and then I don't think you would feel the difference just with your fingers. But then maybe it's just in my head. I don't trust these tires because I haven't made as many kilometers as on the standard tires. But I see that on the roundabout here in my area, I'm taking those with the lower speed. To really make the test of it, I would have to crash and tell you, okay, this was like 40 kilometers per hour and I crashed. On the standard tire, I do 45 or so. So I wouldn't say it's a factor for being advantage of disadvantage of these tires. They have a good traction. These are safe tires, as I said. These are just user-ready, user-friendly. Now the rolling resistance. Using the vocabulary from the suspension, we could say that the standard tire, the air tire, is very linear when you push it. And this one has much more progression, which means when you push it, you can push for a couple of millimeters, and then it's harder and harder and harder. I don't think it's even possible to get a snake bite on this one, but also The standard tire with the air inside will give the energy back just rapidly. This one doesn't. It's a little bit like the elastomer. You know, we used to use elastomer on the suspension for the rebound, and this is kind of a rebound. So when you are rolling on the asphalt, for example, I think this tire will not give you back the energy and will be slower. It's not something you're gonna feel. Like the guy who bought the Reactor, I was testing on the channel with the 23mm Tannus tires. He says he's doing like 40 kilometers per hour average speed on their group rides on these tires. So you're not going to be slower. You're not going to see that the group is just is going faster because they have normal tires. So that's one thing. Another thing, we are showing you now different sections of the 30 minutes loop on which the Tannus tires were slower, but there was a wind. I was trying to make it several times. There was always some factors which changed it. So this is not a scientific approach to the resistance. These tires were slower, but I'm really curious to see how these perform on the slight climb uphill, because there was not that much wind, the speed was lower, and then I'm really curious to see this tire versus the Continental, the standard tire from this Merida Sculptura. So no, these are not racing tires. I would not use those for crits for racing, but the training wheel set 100%. Let's sum up. I like these tires. I do recommend these tires if you want to have good tires on your gravel bike, on your endurance bike, on any bike, because they have different sizes, right? On any bike where the puncturing could be a problem, Tannus tires is the way to go for sure. I have to send this Merida back to Merida, but if I get some road bike, I don't have one now, for 2019, I'm gonna put these tires on the wheel set, and we'll do for sure more than 1,000 miles, and then we'll see how they wear down. Thanks for watching, guys. Questions down there. See ya.
Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Remember to join our forum.sigbiker.com, where we discuss all the topics, training, service, any issues with the bikes. If you want to share anything with us, join our Facebook group. All the links are below. And if you want to join my patrons, feel free to do so. And now, okay, you might watch just 1 or 2 episodes more, but then let's go and ride.